Yay, what's up? It's John Kizzy. You know who is he? AKA Philly G, because they know who I be. And I'm here with my cousin Ray Rey.
What you do, what it do. You know who I am, where I be's.
Yeah. And hey, we started a podcast. And today we're here with episode 51. Yeah, getting old now, hey. Episode 51. King Tigger, as you can see, and DJ Laton, they couldn't make it today. Some obligations came up, so they couldn't make it. They should be back next week for our anniversary issue. Is it next week? I lost track of time.
As it happens sometimes, right?
Yeah. I don't even know what day it is. No, today. Anyways, they'll be, even if it's not our anniversary next week, they'll be back next week. And so today, now, last episode we did say that we were going to cover the Chris Brown album, but with old King Tigger, didn't feel right covering the Chris Brown album. So going to talk about other music that came out this past week and some other topics. With music, there was Kodak Black came out. Lola Brooke came out.
Yeah, that album seems to be fire.
And Meek Mill and Rick Ross. Meek Mill and Rick Ross. I'm just going to move this over here so that when I'm looking, I can face you rather than face the wall. Yeah, you get a chance to check any of those?
Yeah, I did get a chance to. I didn't get a chance to check out the Kodak one, so I'm gonna leave that up to you to talk about Kodak. But I'm always a fan of hearing some new Kodak music. So after this, I'm gonna have to put a rewind on that. The Lola Brooks and the Meek Mills and Rick Ross album, they're both dope, pretty dope albums, right? There's a couple clear bangers on those albums, and I'm really liking what's coming out of both of them.
Yeah, for me, well, first I'll cover Kodak Black because that's the one you missed, so we can't really discuss. I can just tell you my opinion on Kodak Black. It's first off, it's the first Kodak Black album I heard. Not the first time I heard Kodak Black, but this is the first Kodak Black album I heard.
Oh, you've been missing out.
And yeah, it was like, the thing is that I seen him on Drink Champs, and I was like, after that, I was like, am I even going to understand what this guy's saying? And it wasn't bad. Like, nothing stood out. I only heard it once. The album blended well together.
Yeah.
The beats were cool. Some of the hooks were catchy. He sings. I didn't know he sings.
Yeah, he does some singing on there. It'll take you out of left field, right?
Yeah, I didn't know he even dabbled in that, but yeah, he sings on some tracks, which was cool. Yeah, it was cool. I was just listening to it playing Halo one time because there was a lot of stuff that came out, and unfortunately, that was the last one I squeezed in. Oh, sorry, the Kid Leroy also came out, and I found out that album ain't for me. I was like, it sounded like Justin Bieber using autotune.
Okay.
And I kept on. I don't know why it was under the hip hop. It was under hip hop on Spotify. Yeah, I don't know why. That's why I was like, oh, let me check it out. So I did it, and I was like, nah, that's not, no. I basically skipped my way all the way to the end. There wasn't one song that held my attention. Now, it did sound like it's radio music, so it will probably be played a lot, and then people will gravitate to certain songs because it's been beating their head 100 times a day.
Yeah.
So that's I think that's how the hits are going to come from that album.
Well, that's also something you got to watch out for a lot of the times with a lot of those repetitive hooks, right? They'll get stuck in our mind, especially if they're getting a lot of radio play. Like you said, if they're club music or that kind of music, that party music, they'll get lots of spins. Yeah. So we as folks who maybe want to go for more of the lyrical stuff, looking at the more beat production and that kind of stuff rather than just those club bangers, but because we be driving around doing different things, different activities, the radio's on, the music stations are on, YouTube's on, and it might suggest that on your playlist. You go and hear it, and you might be bumping to it in a little bit.
Yeah, that is true. That has happened to some songs. The only person that's never happened to me with is Taylor Swift. She's the only person that I can hear 100 times on the radio, and I still go home. I'm like, I'm sick of this girl. But that's only the radio songs. It's funny because I have friends that like Taylor Swift. My girlfriend likes Taylor Swift, and if she puts on the whole album, there'll be some songs on there. It's like, this is cool.
Yeah.
But the ones that are on the radio, just so I don't like that. I don't like them ones.
Hey, all I know is they talking about she's gonna probably touch a Billy off this tour. So I'm like, ugh.
Oh yeah, you get that. And I don't know what it's called, if it's double dipping or whatever, but it's like feels like she's double dipping off the tour because she's on tour. Plus, she got a movie of the tour.
Did those count towards record sales?
I don't know, but it's still, she's, you know what I mean? That for instance, the movie, right?
Yeah.
It was filmed of her tour. So all those seats got packed. So she's getting paid off of that. And she's getting paid off the recording of all that.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah, and then there could be a live soundtrack of that coming out as well.
Oh, yeah, true that too. Yeah. She put out a soundtrack to go there. So I'm surprised I didn't hear about that yet. So then so basically one concert that she did, she could get paid off it 3 times.
How do you feel about artists doing that? Like when they'll double up, like they'll sell packages combined with like their album, with merch, and with concert tickets, but that counting towards their record sales.
I think it's smart. I think I'm all for it if they're capitalizing off of it rather than mainly the record label. You know what I mean? Because the thing is that I'm a strong believer in that. Like a lot of people will say it's a ripoff. I'm a strong believer in no, it's not. Just don't buy it if you don't want it. Yeah. That's like we talked last episode that she re-released her album called the Taylor's version, right? And I think it sold almost 1 million or more than 1 million the first week, right? Yeah. And this is an album that was already released. Most of the people that bought that album already got it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if fans want to support it, go ahead. You know what I mean? That's why it's like they're not tricking you out of your money. No. So I don't see nothing wrong with doubling down. You want to package stuff and do all that, whatever. If people buy it, then they must want it, right?
No hate and a fan supporting their artist, however you're gonna do it.
Yeah, true. Basically.
But that one thing I wanted to mention about Kodak and his music. One thing that I've found over time listening to Kodak was I have to go back and double back to his music to catch everything that he's saying, because he is spitting some fire and he's spitting a little bit of not can't say a little bit. He's spitting some knowledge in there. Okay, you just have to go back and catch that dialect, because he's speaking with that southern dialect that sometimes is hard to understand, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
Mean, the Drink Champs interview was all over the place. Me,
I didn't know what he was saying half the time.
That's my personal opinion on that one.
Yeah, half the time I didn't know what he was saying. Yeah, like I said, I only got to listen to it once, but I liked it enough that I would go listen to it again. Yeah.
Was there any standout features on the album?
I forget his name. The Wiz something.
Probably WizKid.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to bring it up. What was his name? Yeah, I guess it ain't sound like he stood out there when I don't even know his name.
No, not sound like too much.
but he did. Oh, Wiz the Wizard.
Okay.
Yeah, like now I don't know if he didn't. No one stood out lyrically, because I didn't have a chance to digest it lyrically, and he might have basically stood just because he was a different voice, because it was like there's 18 songs on here, and
it's a good length for an album.
Yeah, and only 3 songs have features.
Yeah, and that's a good amount, right? Because sometimes people overpack their releases with too many features, right? And it feels more like a compilation album rather than their actual album.
That's true. That's why I was really appreciative of Jeezy's last one, where he had no features. Yeah, we discussed that. I think we discussed that last week or the week before. Weeks of blending in, man. But Jeezy's album was really good. I'd say that release-wise, the only 2 albums to me are getting more play than what Jeezy was, and that's Lola Brooke and Chris Brown. Yeah. For different reasons. Now, as I said, Kodak Black, I'm going to go back and give that another listen. I think it warrants another listen, and maybe digest it a little bit more. Now, Meek Mill and Rick Ross. I'm not a Rick Ross fan, so I don't know if you want to say I was biased going in, but I listened to it twice because I wanted to. I always wanted to give him a chance, and I still don't. Lyrically, I still don't ever hear Ross saying anything. It's like I know that back in the day, braggadocious and bragging was the main with hip hop. Sorry, but hip hop evolved, and when you see rappers that are actually have like substance, when I listen to rappers just talking about the money they got, it just seems lazy. You know what I mean? Meek Mill had some bars on there,
yeah,
but and I don't know what it is with this, but his voice sounds more whiny than usual.
Yeah, I did kind of notice that a little bit.
A
little bit more higher than usual projects.
That's one thing I noticed. But he had some good lines. There was some that made me rewind. But the craziest thing, I'll talk about some of the other songs. Like Vori was going on there. I liked him. Fabulous.
Oh yeah, that
Fabulous.
Was nice.
He really stood out on his verse. But the funniest thing is the Shaq and Kobe remix, where Dame Dollar just murdered everybody. But Shaq, in my opinion, came better than both Ross and Meek Mill.
Okay.
Shaq.
Talk about it.
and the thing, it's just like, and Shaq was doing, I call it the Ross flow. And I don't know if he'd established flow when he was heavier, because he always takes that pause at the end like he was out of breath. And I call it the ping pong flow, because it reminds me of those back in the days when they'd have those sing-alongs and the ball would be bouncing on the words. That's how it is, because it's just so simple. His flow is just so simple, and it becomes boring after a while, right? Meek does that flow sometimes, but he switches up his flow. But Shaq does that on it. It's like he comes and he does, let me do the Rick Ross flow, but does it better than Rick Ross, in my opinion.
So you don't think has Shaq missed a step or anything like that since he had such a long time without recording music?
You know what? Flow wise, I think he sounds better than guys, but something was up with his voice. I wonder if it's just because he's older. His voice, there's something off, and I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know what it was. But I actually enjoyed it. But that Dame Dollar, he had bars, and that's the thing with like Meek Mill and Rick Ross, like especially Rick Ross. He don't have bars.
Yeah,
he has tight beats, and a flow that anyone can sing along to. So it's inviting almost.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's not like too fast, like a Tech 9, where you wouldn't be able to catch what he's saying. Yeah. You know what Ross is saying all the time, absolutely. Right? And then you feel like you can flow along to it. So he has a very inviting flow. And but the thing is that with not being able to do any kind of, I was going to say bar heavy, but he's not even bar light. He's no bars. But the problem with that is when you have somebody when Fabulous is on it, then you're murdered, man.
You gotta match the pace. You gotta match the pace.
And you can't. Neither Meek or Ross can match Fab. So that was kind of like, yeah.
That must be a difficult thing to weigh out as being an top tier artist, or you got that mainstream appeal when you need to reach back to other people to kind of get a nice feature. But worried about them kind of smashing you on your own track.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of but he has a different attitude. Diddy, even to a degree, Dre, like Dr. Dre. Neither Dre nor Diddy is ever killing anyone on the track.
No.
Anytime someone features on it,
no,
that's the dude that got the type. Like Dre, actually, in what was that called? The Recipe with Kendrick Lamar. They sounded real good together. But and they could flow together, but Kendrick is obviously the better on the track. But those two, mainly because they're producers first. Actually, I could put Jermaine Dupri in there.
Yeah,
Jermaine Dupri, Puff Daddy, and Dre are never the best verse on any song they're ever in.
If you hear a best verse from them, the first thing that goes to your mind is who wrote this.
Yeah, But either then, as soon as another rapper's with them, they're going to be better. Like they on solo stuff, they can put out good stuff, but they never have like the best verse. And I'm bringing up these three people's names because even though he's a rapper, not a producer, I put Ross in the same thing. He's anytime he has a feature, everyone around him is going to shine more than him.
Yeah.
Now, not enough that I guess sometimes people would be like, "Man, why is he on the track?" But like it kind of fits in, but he's always going to be the weakest link. Yeah. And it's just sad on this because it's his album. You don't want to be the weakest link on your own album.
Yeah. Well, and you have to look at like what his role is with Meek as well, right? He was the one putting that situation. He was the head of almost the head of that label, right? When Meek was on that label, right? So that goes back to that thing that puts him back more in that producer category whenever he's doing music with Meek, right?
Yeah.
And it's good to see them coming together to do some music because there was a while there that it was looking a little shaky between the two of them.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, see, and I didn't follow them, so I don't know the whole come up and all what the beef was and whatever. But yeah, the album's not bad. It's like it's not definitely something you don't want to dive into lyrically. You'll be disappointed. A Braggadocious, yeah, there's some of that suave girl talking about girls, talking about money and all that stuff. If you want like the smooth talk and whatever, then yeah, it's dope. And it's music that you can just. I think we talked about last time, difference between listening and hearing, right? It's good music to hear.
Yeah.
But you don't really want to listen to the lyrics if you're trying to get something from it, other than just something to drink to, something to vibe to. Yeah. You know what I mean? So on that touch, yeah, it's something I would chuck on like when I'm at the gym. That'd be a cool thing when you're not paying too much attention to the music. You know what I mean? Or when I'm playing Halo, playing the video games, background music, perfect for that. But yeah,
it's just not. They don't got that song. That you're gonna be like, "Yo, check this out."
Yeah,
your buddies.
I couldn't tell you a bar.
Yeah,
and I listened to that album 3 times. Oh, it was 3 times. But
now I was feeling certain parts. I was feeling certain parts of the song of the album. There was a song on there. I'm trying to find the name of it again that I really liked on there. Probably Dead Last is a great one. That's the one that got the Fabulous feature on it.
Oh, yep.
That's a great one. They Don't Really Love You. I really like that song. The chorus is a little bit like, it's not following the normal like pattern for rhyming for the chorus. It's kind of like a little bit different. Listen to it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Almost like a freeway thing, like every 5th or 6th word might rhyme kind of thing on the chorus. But I actually really like what Rick Ross is saying in it. I mean, it's not too much on the braggadocious piece. It's more on that humble beginnings and looking at people who are flawed, who will try to use you kind of thing. So I liked his lyrics on that one.
All right.
That was a standout one for me on that song. Or in that album, should I say.
Yeah. The funny thing is that they put out an EP, I think, on the same day. So the first time I listened to what I thought was the album, it was only 4 songs.
Oh, okay.
And then later I found the others. So I heard, I wonder if I could find it on here and see what nope, can't find it. But I was listening. So I listened to, like the Shaq and Kobe was on it. Was it Go to Hell? Was that the other one? Yes, it was the Go to Hell EP. And it was started with Go to Hell, Shaq and Kobe, Lyrical Easy, and a Shaq and Kobe remix. And after, like, that's what I thought was the album. Yeah. It had those 4, and I was like, man, I was very unimpressed with it. And so then later, I don't even know it was in the same, like, section. Then I found the full album, and I was like, okay, this is better.
Yeah.
Because, as you could tell, the songs that you said stand out, you didn't name one of those 4 that it came to me, and that's what I thought the whole album was. Because I was like, I thought they were doing the whole album. This is just an EP, but no, it was. I found it, and it's Too Good to Be True is the name of the album. In case we didn't already mention it.
Yeah. Go check it out and let us know what you feel like. What you feel like is the standout tracks.
Yeah. Put it in the comments and let us know what you think. It's funny. It's like this is a season of collaborative albums because 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne is doing an album. Now I never followed 2 Chainz, and I never followed Lil Wayne since he went like solo. He was always my favorite in Hot Boys. But then when they started to, I lost interest in Cash Money Records when Baby started rapping more because I was like, this guy can't rap.
Hey, BG's back.
Oh, I know. We talked about that. BG's back. Now that's going to be Cash Money. He's on me, but he had never. Yeah, see, that's.
Listen, I was watching Baller Blocking the other day. I had to put someone on. I was like, you never saw that movie?
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. But he's been out didn't he get out in September?
Yeah, I think around the end of September.
Surprised we ain't heard nothing by him.
Oh, he got some songs out now.
Surprised I ain't heard nothing. But then again, and we talked about this, I don't know if we said it on air or we were saying behind the scenes last week, how Spotify be hiding shit.
Yeah.
Like, I had to search Chris Brown. It wasn't under new releases for me. It wasn't under R&B new releases. I had to go Chris Brown and go to his profile, click on him, and there it was, new album.
Oh yeah, y'all got to step it up.
Like, I don't know why you're hiding these certain artists. Like, I don't see the sense in it because we're just going to search for it. You're not going to trick us into listening to some of this crap just because we can't find it on the first click. Like, yeah, I was Lola Brooke. I didn't have to search for. She came up. Yeah, when I went to hip hop, it was Kodak came up, a single by Jack Harlow, Lola Brooke's new album, The Kid Leroy, which is R&B. I don't know why it's in hip hop. Busta Rhymes and featuring Young Thug. Okay, that song is. You hear that song?
No, I ain't heard that one yet.
It's.
I have to check that one. I like some Busta.
Yeah,
I like some Young Thug too.
It's dope. It's dope. I was never a big Young Buck fan, but I like him in that. But yeah, and then when I went to R&B, oh, now it's there. Look at that. It's the first one there. Chris Brown. That's funny.
Yeah, your phone's listening, man.
What's today? It like 5 days later, it becomes okay. What? Brandy got an album called Christmas with Brandy. All right.
Oh, that must be off the Christmas movie that she just did.
Oh, didn't even know that.
Advertisements for a new Christmas movie that she's on, like one of them Hallmark movies, right?
Okay, like gonna have to check that.
Christmas movies.
I heard something, and there's this other R&B artist, or at least it's under R&B. I'd have to listen to it because sometimes they put hip hop stuff under R&B, and you don't know until you click on it. But BJ, the Chicago Kid, have you heard of him?
I've never heard of him.
Me neither. No. I heard him mentioned on another podcast, so I'm gonna have to check him out. Yeah. But those are new releases. So Lola Brooke,
fire.
Yeah, man,
fire.
Her album was really good.
Oh yeah, she's out there spitting.
Like even from the beginning. From the beginning with she got a nice intro.
Yeah,
then that song "I Am Lola," where she Lola, and I was like, what? And then she got Coi Ray. She even got a song about her dad on there. Actually, her dad's name is Dennis. Dennis' daughter is the name of the album, right? Yeah. So she kind of dedicated that. And she doesn't get overshadowed by her features.
No.
Like she got French Montana on the song, but it's still her song.
Yeah, I wasn't even listening to this, and I like French. I wasn't even listening to the song for French. I was listening to her. I was like, she's
yeah, it's like he was just
the video's dope, real New York kind of style. I like it.
Yeah, Laray's on the album too, and it's not that she don't come good. It's just that she don't overshadow her. She even does a song with Lotto and Young Miami in the same song, and she's still the dopest in the track.
Those are like two of those females that a lot of other female artists are scared to put on the track.
Oh yeah, but yeah, so she's like, what is it? Be That Bitch is a tight song. Dear Dennis is a jam. God Bless All the Rappers. I like that one really good. Like, man,
and that intro.
Yeah.
I respect the lyrical malice or the lyrical content on there. I respect the chops to go right in on your album first thing off the jump, just right in there.
Yeah, I like that.
I always respect it on any artist who does that.
And yeah, and then her first song right after the intro is "I Am Lola," so she's introducing you to her right off the bat, and it just feels like a good album. Like the album's well put together too.
Oh yeah,
that's like one of the things I forgot to say about Jeezy's album last time when we talked about it, is that even though there's no intro, that the first song feels like an intro. It's like one of those songs that like it's all, you know what I mean? It has that like just intro music. I don't even know any other way to describe it. It's something that you would like walk out to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's what you're saying.
Like a boxer would come out to this, hype up. Yeah. Like a wrestler would come down to this
ring
type
music,
of music. Yeah. It's like hyping it up. It's like, you know, we're getting started. Get ready to get, you know what I mean? And that's how her intro then added with the first track are for her. It's like get you hyped for the rest of the album.
And like even then I went back after listening to the album, I went back and watched her videos. Like her videos, like stunning visuals. Yeah. They look well produced, well thought out. It's got that New York feel, that like
Brooklyn
that they were going for, right? It reminded me of Casanova and all them guys, you know, they're doing their videos, right?
Oh, you know, and I think I said this to them guys, you know who she reminds me of on a couple of them tracks? I get the feel of freaking Pop Smoke. It's like, just got that, it's like Foxy, Lil' Kim, and Pop Smoke all in one. Even got a little bit of Biggie feel. Like you can tell that she was inspired by these people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You can tell that lyrics matter to her. Delivery mattered to her.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. And yeah, she is, she got some bars in there. Oh, yeah. Her lyrics do matter. So check out, Dennis' Daughter is the name of, the album by Lola Brooke.
Yeah, that's a force from New York to be reckoned with.
For sure.
New York, stand up, come out, show up for her.
Straight from Bed-Stuy. So I think that's all the music. Like I said, we'll wait for King Tigger before we go over Chris Brown. So
if you get a chance, check out the new BG stuff.
Yes.
Right. He got a couple new songs out, and
I'm going to check that. Does he do it with any of the Hot Boys?
Not yet that I saw, but it was just I see one where he's in the studio doing the song. I think it's called Get Back. And then there's another one. It doesn't necessarily, it has a video, but it's more of like he just got home. It's actually it's almost like a tribute song from Lil Boosie.
Oh.
Him and Lil Boosie. It's like my dog just got home kind of thing. It's actually a really good, catchy song. I was like,
I didn't know he was cool with Boosie.
Oh yeah, like apparently they did time together and like held each other down in jail and everything like that, and held each other down on the streets.
Where Boosie from? He
from Louisiana, right?
Oh shoot! So who did he come out with? Under, I should say.
Trill ENT, I think it was.
Man,
the like Lil Webby and them and stuff.
Man, see, I missed that whole generation.
Oh yeah, now Boozy, Bupac. That's my guy. You gotta go check out some of his music. If you ain't listened to Boozy yet, check him out. Especially that one where he's showing love to his homie, right?
And Bupac.
Oh yeah, he got a letter to Tupac song and everything, bro.
Did they even meet?
No, like this is his like letter to him.
Oh,
like,
okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's dope, man.
Speaking of Pac, I know you were in the episode where we talked about. Was it? Did we say 5 or 10 MCs better than Pac?
Yeah, I think it was 5.
Yeah. Okay. It was 5. Yeah. Anyways, recently, Mason Cameron came out and they said that DMX was better than Pac, which I think I might have even said. Rewind it back. I can't remember.
Yeah. You definitely said
it was on my list, but I probably said X would have had to been on my list.
Yeah. And see, I approached the list from like people who could hold a candle with them, not people who were stepping over them. And DMX was definitely like number 1 on my list for that. But
now
I don't know how you feeling about what they said. I love Mason Cam. I love what y'all doing over here. Love y'all being out there for the culture and doing your thing. But I can't stand with you on those comments, bro.
And I'm the same, and I wanted to. When I seen the headline, all it said was Cameron and Mace argue DMX was a better rapper than Tupac. I was like, I can see that argument because I can agree on a lot of different points where X was better. But then I read the article, and I should check the podcast because it probably had more info than what the article had. But anyways, read the article and the points and their reasonings was whack. It was basically
friendship.
We knew him.
Yeah.
We seen him on tour. We seen how he does stuff. We seen blah 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 blah. Like that's not reason to say somebody's better, because they basically said, I didn't get to see Pac on tour. I didn't get to see Pac do this, but I seen X do all this. So X, no man, go based on the music. It's what you should be basing it on, not their personalities, not this.
Absolutely.
So that's where your guys lost me. Like you can see the episode where I do agree that X is best in many aspects, but y'all didn't touch those aspects. Y'all just basically said because you're biased.
yeah, from what I read, it was basically just from a bias standpoint of view, because you knew the man, you saw him be on tour, and that ain't taking nothing away from DMX, because DMX is a phenomenal MC, one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's just state that right there. One of the best. Crowd presence, for what he put together for New York, for how he was moving, how he released the album. Yeah, he was one of the best. But I don't think we can I can't agree with what you're saying, and the way you gave your argument, no merit.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no merit in that argument based on the fact that you were explaining just because you knew the man.
Yeah.
Right?
Like I agreed with the statement, but I can't agree with your argument. Your argument's weak.
Love you, Mace, but you was bad boy camp. I don't think you was really bumping Tupac anywhere around the camp or doing things like that. I can't see that going down.
And the thing is that Cameron, I was hoping he would have said something, because I could have gave him more merit, but Mace was biased from the get-go, because I think it was a few weeks ago how he said that after Pac died, all these Bloods and Crips was looking for him and stuff too, right? So I know that he wasn't pro Pac. Yeah. You know what I mean? Your producer, the guy that put you on, allegedly got paid to have Pac killed. So
he was a bad boy.
Yeah, you're on Bad Boy. You were saying fuck Bad Boy. You know what's funny? And
I'm biased right now. You see, I got the Death Row shirt on. I know someone's in the comments is going to notice that, but that's just my take. I can't get with that statement based off of how the argument's presented.
Mace was on Bad Boy during the beef. I don't recall Pac ever saying anything about Mace. Why did he spare Mace? He said fuck Bad Boy. He would say fuck Jay-Z.
Half record label and his motherfucking crew.
Yeah, he said fuck Junior Mafia. Went through all their names. Fuck Biggie, of course. Actually, did he say fuck Lil' Kim? Or did he just say
Junior Mafia? Lil' Kim.
Okay, but anyways, he didn't mention, and actually there was three. No, I was not three acts.
I don't remember.
But five people.
Black
but that's what I was going to say next. There was 5 people that were on the label that he didn't mention: Jada, Sheik, Styles, Mace, and Black Rob. Yeah. Why'd they miss all the bullets? Now in their defense, they didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
Which is surprising, seeing how Jada is. You think that Jada would.
But to be fair, Pac and Biggie were around each other. These crews were around each other.
Yeah.
Who's to say that we didn't have personal relationships? And
true,
the main crew that you're beefing with, that's who all the target's going to be on. But I'm not going to say anything because it was I don't know how it happened, but how did Bone Thugs be able to do song with both of them?
I guess they were switching. They were,
you know what I mean?
See, now my mind's going crazy. I'm like, man, what if they did say something? Because lyrically, Jadakiss is a beast.
Oh, he is a beast,
man.
Jada. You go lyrical, Jada has to be mentioned.
Yeah, that would have. If Jada said something, that would have. Might have been a whole different battle. Because unfortunately, Pac only had Pac. I liked a lot of the Outlaws, but if when it came battling in lyrics, I don't think any of them could have his back as much as the Locks could have had Biggie's back. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I find personally, and that ain't no shot at the Locks, because I like a lot of not of the Locks, but I mean of the Outlaws. I like a lot of the Outlaws songs as well. Mm-hmm. But all the songs I like have Pac in them. All the songs that I've heard you spit on are mostly with Pac there. Pac was helping, not as even saying he helping you right, but he might help you with the delivery. No, say it this way. That line, emphasis it this way, that kind of thing, right? So the delivery aspect that I like in the music had to match up with Pac's delivery.
See, now that you're saying that, I don't know one Outlaw song without Pac that I like. I'd have to really search that. I think you're right. Like, even Edie, he was like my favorite Outlaw. And he's done plenty of stuff with Pac. but none of it stands out enough for me to mention it right now.
Yeah.
Man, never sat down and thought about that.
But the songs that you were on with Pac,
Oh, yeah.
murdered those verses.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of those verses I sing harder than the Pac verse.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Oh, yeah.
what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I always sang Edie and Castro's parts harder than Pac's.
Yeah.
Like, those are my two favorite Outlaws. But, man, now I'm going to have to go. I'm going to be listening to a lot of Outlaws this week. Because I was like, man, I got to find. And that Young Noble, like, when did he join? It must have been when Pac was on his way out. Because remember.
He was one of the newer people.
What was the song? Outlaw Immortals. That was the name of the song.
Yeah.
Where it brought together Thug Life and Dramacidal and whatever, and they became Outlaw Immortals. That's when Big Psych. That's when they was like Wu-Tang guys. They had like 9 of them.
Oh yeah,
the Big Psych, Mopreme, but they all had like the different names, like Mussolini. They they had Gaddafi, Castro. Like that's one of my favorites. That's might be my favorite song on All Eyes on Me. At least that's the one I played the most. That and Trading War Stories, and that's another one that had Outlaws. But yeah, man. Now I want to listen to some Outlaws with Pac just to see how it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Young Noble, he wasn't on that album.
It kind of goes back to that factor of when you have somebody who's competing at this level, you have to try to match on the song, right?
Yeah.
Think about how many times over the history that we've heard just personally through watching documentaries about hip hop history and that kind of stuff, with people changing their verses and other things like that to match up to someone else's verse. Because being smoked on your own song, don't feel good.
Because a lot of people are saying that that's why Pac removed Inspector Deck off of that. Got My Mom Made Up. Because that originally had Red, Meth, The Dog Pound, because it was a Dog Pound song.
Yeah.
Meth keeps seeing him talk about this in an interview the other day. It was Red and Meth, The Dog Pound, Inspector Deck, RBX, and Lady of Rage. And Pac took off Lady of Rage and RBX and Inspector Deck. And I think it was Daz was mad. That's why he left part of Deck's verse on there. He says, "INS the Rebel" at the end.
Yeah.
He left that in there out of spite. Because because I guess he was kind of spiteful. Can you imagine being on a record label and you're doing stuff for your album, and you're the one, because remember, if that song was there before Pac came, so you had to have arranged to get those features. Yeah. And then someone just take off some of your features. Yeah. Daz was he probably felt away.
Oh yeah, that would definitely it would definitely pull us some strings there. Maybe you not feel the greatest on that interaction.
Yeah, get somebody to come get this hard verse, and then the verse not even just puts on another song. The verse is just removed and just gone.
Yeah,
man, that sucked, especially for Lady of Rage, because I feel like we didn't hear enough of her.
Yeah, Lady of Rage was nice with it.
I know,
you didn't hear much. No, it was just like that little snippet here and there.
I think, maybe they came too hard, and Pac was like, I can't have that. Yeah. But back to Mace and Cameron. Yeah, man, if you guys had better arguments, I probably would have been on board, even with Mace knowingly being biased. But yeah, just saying that dude is better because I know dude. That's nothing, man.
Yeah, I can't rock with that. I like a lot of the things you guys said, like what you're doing, like I said, but I can't rock with that. That's a no go on that. Flag on the play on that one.
Yeah, for sure. So another thing that was in the news was Benzino being mad at Busta Rhymes.
Yep.
What do you think about that? To me, it's almost.
How you feel about that?
To me, it's like contradictory, because he says all the stuff like, yeah, he should have did this, should have did that, should have did that, and then says, but she's a grown woman, she's allowed to do what she wants to. So then you shouldn't have said all that other stuff, though. Now, I do feel some kind of way that, like, I don't even know how to phrase this. Like, Benzino and Busta Rhymes, they did tracks together. So they must have some type of relationship.
Violator Records, right?
Yeah, Violator. I think Maidman was part of that, but I'm not sure. But yeah. Anyways, so your boy's daughter grows up, And then I don't know. But then again, you gotta think, was that his choice or her choice?
Was it the director's choice?
Yeah, that too,
right?
Because I can't see Busta Rhymes saying, "Yo, hey, what's up?" Girl, that's probably treat it like a niece. Yo, go get half naked.
Yeah,
I don't see him being dirty like that.
Yeah, it's a weird predicament. I mean, like, personally, as someone who has a daughter, all that kind of stuff, my personal take on it would be, yeah, heads up would have been nice from my friend Busta Rhymes, but I'm trying to think back on the history, like, because Busta Rhymes was with 50 Cent and Eminem and them guys when they were beefing with Benzino.
Yeah. So how friendly are they?
Do they got a relationship?
That's true.
Could that have been a dig? Could it have been anything like that? You know what I mean? I don't know, right? But the way Benzino's talking, it's like they have some type of friendship or prior relationship where it should have been a call.
Yeah,
I definitely understand that because it's going to be a weird feeling. You say it's a conversation that Benzino don't want to have with everybody his age who likes hip hop and knows Busta Rhymes and knows him, right?
But then,
it's that awkward conversation.
And then it goes, like you said, a heads up. But then I think the heads up is all it could have been.
That's all it could have been.
You know what I mean? But I wonder how that conversation go. We'd be like, "Yo, your daughter's over here wilding. I just gotta let you know."
Yeah. Pretty much, right?
You know what I mean? Because you can't stop her.
Like he said, she's a grown woman. She's gonna get to do whatever she wants to do. But if we have prior dealings in a prior relationship or in some type of friendship, which Benzino kind of sounds like he feels they do, that should have been a heads up call. Hey, bro, you don't gotta look on the TV or hear about it on TMZ about me.
You know what? Now, yeah,
I'm with your daughter because you know that they had to make them do that. I never seen the video.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm wrong saying this, but I remember Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson video.
Yeah.
And I remember what they make Busta do when he has a female companion in the video.
See, I seen the video a couple times. I like it because it's do you know the song?
No, I never.
It's remember "Ain't No Nigga" by Foxy Brown featuring Jay-Z. Yeah. It takes that type of beat.
Okay, got that beat.
And shoot, wish we had more headphones. I play it for you. But yeah, that's the type it is. But yeah, the thing is I watched it and I don't know. Maybe it's because she ain't really got that shape, so it didn't stand out to me that she was half naked because I don't recall what scene. I'd have to watch it again. Watch now that I'm looking for it. I'll see it, of course.
Yeah.
But hey, if he was upset, now I think about it. Yeah, heads up would be like if you have a relationship, a heads up would be. Yeah. You know what I mean? If Busta Rhymes comes out and says, "Man, I don't even talk to him," then I'd be like, "Well, then shut up, Benzino."
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing because he was shady aftermath for a little bit there, right?
Yeah, he was. Well, he was.
But the thing is, with them, right?
But the thing is,
actually signed by them.
And the thing is that, but in that, when he did this song, it was only dissing Ja. Yeah. Because I think Ja said something about him.
Yep.
So he didn't diss Benzino.
Yeah.
So, because Figaro, that was the song they had together. Figaro.
You know the politics of music as being a former artist. If I'm doing a track and I start dissing somebody on that track and you hop on it, people are gonna assume something.
And that's how a lot of beef start. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's because the thing is that like say you're minding your business, right? And you're beefing with Ja and Benzino, right? And then Ja says something about me. If you're beefing with them already, I'm going to say, yeah, let's go at him. Yeah. That doesn't mean I have any beef with this guy, with Benzino. But it could look like that.
Oh, yeah. But if I is the first person on the track, say F Benzino
and Ja Rule,
and then your verse comes on and you're only talking about Ja Rule, people are not going to automatically
true that.
You're just talking about Ja Rule. They're going to be looking for a shady line about Benzino. Like, maybe it's just implied.
So I wonder, I'd have to go back and there were so many diss tracks. I don't know if that was just a Ja one. Yeah. Or if anyone else did say anything about Benzino. Because I think that isn't Eminem's the only one that dissed Benzino, right?
I think he was the main one that dissed Benzino. I think Obi Trice might have dissed Benzino as
well. Oh, yeah. Obi might have. But I don't think 50 ever did.
No, I don't know if 50 ever did.
I don't think he did.
Because there was a whole story where Eminem was talking about how he was sucking up to Curtis.
Okay, yeah.
But, you know what I mean, was shading him on the 5 mics type stuff, but he was sucking up to Curtis.
Yeah. He was mad at the white guy. Yeah. I think that, yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't want to agree with Benzino, but if they have a relationship, I think I'm going to have to agree with Benzino on this one.
Yeah, it's the optics of the situation. If that's my buddy, I know he's going to get some weird calls, weird messages about me being around his daughter in a sexually provocative music video. Let's be real. They both make fire music. Mm-hmm. So that song, and it got a fire beat from what you're telling me.
Yeah.
That's going to get play. That's going to be on the screens in a lot of places. There's going to be a lot of attention on that song, right? So if we're friends, we have a prior relationship, yeah, a call would be good. But that's all it could be because she's a grown woman with her own career. And you see how she goes. She goes from dressing in baggy clothes to dressing in provocative clothes.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
she does a little bit of everything, right? Just like with her music where she does the rapping and the singing and stuff. She's a combination. She's an artist. Mm-hmm. So you got to respect that. You got to respect that art form, especially as her parent, and know that she's a grown person and being able to make her own decisions and do the things that she wants to do. But if it's a song with one of my buddies, hey, buddy, let me know what's going on.
Here's another thing, though, that because I just thinking about the article more and the relationship that's said to be between Leray and her father.
Oh yeah, it's rocky for sure.
Yeah, I don't think she really fucks with him because you think that like Busta Rhymes, he's a legend. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If your dad's a rapper who did a song with Busta Rhymes, at that, if you landed a track with Busta Rhymes, you think that you'd tell your dad, right? Mm-hmm. And you'd be hyped and you'd be happy. And yeah, we're going to do a video together and whatever like that, right? So, in Busta Rhymes' defense, he might not know the inner and outs of the relationship and assume that he did that. Yeah. You know, assume that you would have told your dad that. Yeah. I'm Busta Rhymes. You know, we're rocking together. And he bring her out on, did he bring her out or did she bring him out? One of the two. They was on stage together prior to this. And so they're building a type of working relationship. Yeah. So you think that, whatever, that's assumptions.
Well, and it's also for Busta, really, for Benzino to come out and make these comments. Now it's not good optics for Busta because wasn't he just on there where they were getting at him about his stage presence? Who? Busta taking the microphone and acting like it was something else.
No, I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, you gotta go look that up. They were getting at Busta about being on stage and being a little too sexually suggestive.
Didn't even know that. The last person I heard that about was what's his name, Omarion.
Yeah, it was when him and the 50 Cent when they were doing that tour. Yeah,
okay,
they had the tour together. You didn't see that?
No, man.
Did Cent making fun of Busta, telling him his chain's way too big?
No. Shit. No, yeah. I'm gonna have to check that.
Shout out to both them men. Yeah.
So another thing in the news that has been announced is that Drake and J.Cole are going on tour next year.
Yeah.
And Halifax will probably never see it.
Never. I mean, but we want to, though. So if y'all if y'all want to come here and bless the city, I mean, you'll get an amazing turnout.
I mean, there's a straight out of Canada. I think that's what the tour is called. Anyways, the Ice Cube is going on. Mm-hmm. And the closest he's coming to is St. John, New Brunswick. Yeah, I know. Tickets are almost sold out. Actually, I got to tell that to King Tigger. He's busy, but got to talk to him about that because we want to go up to it. Yeah. But like I don't know why I remember back in the Much Music Rap City days and stuff, they would talk about Halifax and say how it's booming with hip hop, it's culture, but they always miss our city. Yeah. Now, Nightbreed, when he was on here, he gave kind of insight to it, saying how hard it is for artists to get into the. He said that that's at the airport and stuff. That apparently Halifax Airport is on lock and stricter than Moncton and them. That's why they'll go to Moncton. But
I think the game got detained here.
Huh?
I think the game got detained here when he tried to come.
Yeah, Mobb Deep tried to come and he couldn't. And like I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah, you're fucking up. Let the performers in. Come bless the city, man.
Yeah, you're fucking.
It's only growth for the city.
I know. And your city, all would growing right now is the price on every fucking thing. Most expensive place to live in in Canada.
Yeah, that stuff is outrageous right now. The price of living, the price of food,
Yeah, the price of everything in Halifax.
the rates of
And you
wages.
can't let us have a concert. Yeah, but yeah, I'd love for them to come to Halifax. It would sell like crazy.
Oh yeah.
You think that Drake is Drake enough that they'd let him, but they'd probably, I don't know. If J. Cole has any type of record, they won't let him.
Yeah. All right, Quake, we know you got those connections. Shout out to Quake. Get Drizzy down here, get J. Cole down here.
There you go.
We know you got them.
Right? Hell, yeah, the Metro Center be sold out.
Yeah.
Guarantee.
I need to be at an old time summer venue, bro.
Where's
lock off somewhere? It would be the Commons, the whole Commons.
Oh, they did that for
Yeah, they do for rock concerts all the time.
Yeah, what was the last one I seen? Was it Twisted Sister?
I know years ago they did it for, I think it was Kiss.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, definitely do that.
Yeah,
definitely do that. Man, I hope so, but I'm not hopeful. You know what I mean? I'm not. What is it? Optimistic, I should say. Yeah. But it would be dope. The last article I want to bring up is Andre 3000 releasing his first. It says his first solo album, and we had an argument about this before with. Remember when they put out Speaker Box / Love Below, but it was a double album. Yeah. But it was an OCAST album, but each side was a solo. Yeah, it was one. So I guess it didn't count as a solo. But they're saying that it's going to have no raps on it. I didn't get to read the whole. Did you read that?
I read a little bit.
Does that mean he's just going to sing?
And
is he going to sing, or is it just?
Didn't really kind of get into that. Okay. I talked about him wanting to create a rap album, but not necessarily
rap.
Wanting to do that at this current state of how things are and how he would possibly do it with like having the production go with it. But this seems like it's going to be something like when I hear Andre 3000, I think art.
Yeah.
I think art like museum, art galleries, that's kind of the lane I picture him in, right? Kind of doing, it's more of a performance piece. Like you're watching, if you went to go watch his show, you're watching every little detail to see what's going on, how that connects with the show. You're going there to try to get an experience, I think what they even labeled this as is he wants to make it like a therapeutic experience, and that's kind of how I feel with that. You know what I mean? Kind of following like that Erykah Badu kind of game plan, that the way that she kind of goes with her music.
Yeah, the Baduisms.
Yeah, the Baduisms. I'm pretty sure he's one of underneath that spell, right?
Oh yeah, she put her Baduisms on him. They got a kid together, right? Is it Apple, or is that somebody else, or is it Seven? I don't know. I know it's one of those names, but they do have a kid. Now I got to look that up.
Yeah, it said there was supposed to be a Drake feature on that album.
On Andres?
Yeah.
With no raps? Actually,
I'm wondering.
Drake does sing half the time.
He does sing a lot, right? But it's something I was interested in. I'm definitely intrigued to hear what this sounds like. And my bigger intrigue moment is, will Big Boy be on the album at all as a feature? And if so, what's that going to sound like?
Yeah, if there's no rapping on it, what would be... I guess spoken word isn't rapping, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that would be very very interesting. Seven Cyrus Benjamin.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. It's funny. I thought there's two names that always stand out, and that's Apple and Seven. And I think Apple is, what's that girl? Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter.
Oh, okay.
Or kid. I don't know if it's a boy or girl. You know what's funny? Seven is the first time I heard that on a name. I wonder if that's where they got it from. Was on Seinfeld. George Costanza's like friend or cousin or whatever. No, it was his wife's relative or friend, and they were pregnant. Them and their significant other, and they were thinking of baby names, and he's like, he was dissing the names, trying to give them the other names, and they didn't like the names that they were given. Then on the drive home, him and George and his wife, they were arguing, saying, yeah, they didn't like the names. You're not going to name our names, our kids like that. He's like, nope, I got one saved for us. He's like, you ready? He said 7. Because it was apparently Mickey Mantle's number, right? And that was his. Yeah, that was his favorite. Yeah, baseball player. And then they stole the name 7 because she told them later on, and they're like, "Oh, I like 7." And they're like, "No, they're like, you know how Seinfeld is.
Oh, it's all material, man. All material. Yeah. That's the show."
So I wonder if that's where they got that from. 7. I wonder how much. Yeah, 7 Cyrus Benjamin. I don't know if female or male. But I don't even know if there's such thing as female and male names anymore.
Yeah. There was one story that I actually did want to mention on here.
Okay.
To get your opinion on it. It was an article that was talking about the DOC being able to work with this AI company.
Yeah, to do an album.
Like
to get his old voice back. Here's what I want to say. I wonder about that. Is he going to rap and then it just comes in, it changes his voice with the AI to his old voice? If so, then that's dope.
Yeah.
Actually, even if that is the dopest version.
Yeah.
The other version would be he writes it and then the AI does it.
Yeah.
But he's still writing it.
Yeah.
But I think the dopest would be is that if they were able to just rap and then his voice was able to be how it used to be. And if that works, Beanie Siegel could do that too because his voice has changed.
Oh, okay.
I forget. Something happened to his vocal cords.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel was dope, and I was wondering for the longest time why we stopped hearing his music.
I think I can't remember if he got shot or he got stabbed or something.
I know he fell victim to the whole like dismantling of Rockefeller and stuff, and that kind of shelved a lot of his stuff there for a minute, and then in and out of fucking jail and stuff like that. But
yeah, I forget what changes.
No, and what I was reading about the article was saying that basically the stage that it's at right now is what the AI application or a company is doing right now is they're having the AI learn his old voice and how he used to rap.
Okay.
Right. So in my mind, when I hear that, I'm thinking, okay, he is going to be kind of giving his lyrics through a microphone, and then they're going to be utilizing, like taking those lyrics that he says and retweaking it to his old voice.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Almost like a deep fake would kind of do. You know what I mean? Like if he said something right now and wanted to put, like, let's say like Obama on there, it would deep fake the Obama's voice.
Yeah.
Kind of like similar to like that. Kind of
okay,
thing.
Cool.
That was my understanding. I might be wrong. Fry me in the comments if I am. But yeah, that would be dope, because that's a voice that's been waiting to be heard for so long. Like in the article, what the AI company exec said, I can't see any better use of my technology than this, having somebody who's had a voice trapped in their head for X amount of years to be able to kind of have it be on their tracks again.
It's I think it's crazy that the technology to do that would, become a thing before the medical technology to fix his voice.
That is true. That is true. That's I never thought about it like that.
It's crazy. Like are we researching the wrong shit?
I know that there's new developments in Elon Musk's Neuralink. They just started some human trials.
What?
On Neuralink. You never heard what that is?
What? Like uploading your thoughts to something? Yeah,
it's like they want to put a chip.
Yeah, I don't want
chip in the brain.
I'm good. I'm good.
They say it can fix dementia and of all other things. Like they're in human trials. They said it's probably going to take I think it was 12 years or something like that of studies. Just to kind of to track the progress of how things are going. But it's a wild technology. But getting back to him being able to kind of put his music out there, that's such I can't even imagine what that would be like for him. After when he does his first song, you can imagine what that feeling would be in his body to be able to hear that voice through a speaker system that he's only been able to hear in his head for the longest time.
What's on the well, that's on the plus side. Is the other end on the minus side? Whatever. on the downside, that's what I'm looking for, is that he wouldn't be able to perform it.
On the plus side, though, he'd be able to be nominated for awards.
Yes.
We talked about before, right?
Yeah, that's dope. Shit, in today's scope, though, would he?
Yeah. In today's marketplace,
yeah, you know what I mean.
I don't know.
Like who he's competing with. I don't like none of our guys when they're not except Nas won a Grammy last year or the year before. So I don't know. Maybe it could happen.
Think about the West Coast features he's gonna gain. He's gonna garner from.
True that. He could put together a masterpiece.
I can.
And I did look it up,
Kendrick, because I feel like you'll be on there if DOC produces an album. Let me know.
Yeah.
I feel like Kendrick will definitely jump on that opportunity.
You got Cube, but I did look it up. In Beanie Siegel's voice got changed after being shot in the back.
Oh,
he was shot twice in the back. Shit, says the bullets came out of his stomach, resulting in a collapsed lung. He was in a coma for a while too.
I didn't know that about.
Had a breathing tube down the throat and shit. Yeah. Shit.
I didn't know that about Beans. Beans was a real guy in the music industry, man. He had a lot of good hits. Got into movies, got into fashion. Like he was doing it all, but like as a straight street cat. So it's like it was different.
Cool. I did see that article. I didn't get around to reading it. That's good to hear.
Oh, that's dope to see or to hear, should I say?
Yeah. Cool. Before we wrap things up, is anything else you want to say? Like stuff you've been getting into? Anything you want to promote and tell people about?
Just sometimes I'll be working with another place called Mucho African Radio Station. Check us out on there, Mucho African Radio. You'll find some dope interviews as well as bringing some dope content up there to the folks. Just doing my youth work gig. We actually just shot a short film called 3 a.m. Look out for that. That'll be coming out probably in the new year. That was something that was written by me and a close friend named Jay McManus. Dope film about his father's journey to try to save his daughter against worst case scenario. That's all I'll say. I'll let you guys all figure it out the rest from there. Attending some shows in Halifax. There was a big show last Thursday down here with Cardinal Official.
Yeah, I know.
On by TD Connects.
Didn't even find out about it until the drive here.
I know. That's my bad not passing on the information to the fam.
Free show.
It was dope. I got to go there and check it out. See a lot of great performers who helped open up the show and just kept the vibe up the whole time. Like I'm talking about like artists getting off the stage and doing half their song in the middle of the dance floor with everybody around.
Nice. Where was that at again? Vibes.
It was down at the Marquee.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was good. KO was there. KO was hosting as well as performing. Quake was there performing. It was a really good venue.
Okay.
It was a really good venue. Really good performances by all who came out and did their thing. So shout out to all you if you were part of that TD Connect show. We need more of that in the city. So
definitely
turn it up.
Cool. All right, and I'll be providing any and all links he gives me in the comment section so that you can check out that stuff. I guess I'll put something on the screen too, but they'll be in the comment section so you can go there and check it out. All right, so that's all for this episode 51. I just got to keep reminding myself that. All right, John Kizzy, you know who is he, aka Philly G, because they know who I be, and I'm here with my cousin Ray Rey.
What it do?
And I'll catch you next. Yep, see you next time. Peace.